Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi! My name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are unboxing and taking a look at the Buddha Dhamma Oracle by Sofan Chan. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I do apologize if I am not. Rediscover your innermost noble self. This is published by Rockpool, retailing for $24.95 in the US and $18.99 in the UK. Thank you so much to Rockpool for sending this deck our way. This looks very intriguing. Awaken your heart with this ancient Buddhist wisdom. So everywhere that you can purchase this legitimately, I will link down in the description box below if you want to check it out. All right, whenever you feel stuck between thoughts and feelings, find awakening in the energetic field of Buddha Dhamma, the great Buddhist teachings. 36 core insights will cut through misconception of the quote self that are mind-made and assist you to feel whole again. Offering actions and reflections, this beautiful deck will help you go beyond the distorted views of quote I, me, and mine, unquote, to rediscover the distilled essence of you. Includes 36 cards and a guidebook. All right. Oh. So before we get into the cards, we're going to take a look at the guidebook to see if there's a specific way of utilizing this. Alrighty, we've got introduction about the cards, how to use, and then it looks like the cards are separated in different groups. So we have the dukkha cards, the samsara cards, and the insight cards. All of us are shadowed by illusory personas and identities that are constructed by the mind. Just like Prince Siddhartha, the urge to venture into the wilderness to experience life from a bigger perspective and from the mystery of life itself happens to everyone. How to go beyond a mind-constructed self that is full of sufferings and problems is what the Buddha Dhamma Oracle offers you, a mystical experience of your noble self. The set of cards consists of 36 Dhamma cards in 3 sections, and each section contains 12 cards. The dukkha cards in this section consist of the Buddhist wisdoms of the 8 worldly winds in 4 pairs, the 3 poisons, and the 5 hindrances. The Buddhist thought dukkha represents being in a state of discontentment and dissatisfaction. The common perception is that suffering happens to us when discounted feelings arise within us. Often misguided by an untamed mind, we tend to think pleasure is happiness and suffering is pain. Buddhist insight reveals that dukkha is the source of growth and an invitation to seek Dhamma, and the insights of the dukkha cards reveals the root of what needs to be overcome. Samsara cards consist of the Buddhist concept of 12 links of dependent origination. The Buddhist thought samsara represents habitual ways of doing, thinking, and acting unconsciously driven by deep-seated energies that do not serve any higher purposes. The insight of these cards will show you how to take a pause and bring light to hidden blockages, because once there is a light, changes are possible. And insight cards. The 12 insight cards consist of the Buddhist concepts of the 3 jewels, 4 sights, and 5 percepts. Use these 12 cards to connect with your inner wisdom and eliminate unnecessary self-inflicting corruptions of your human mind. Remember that your mind sees problems and your sacred heart gives you insights to co-create with life, so you have a better life filled with the boundless life force of wisdom, kindness, and compassion. All right. So we have a 1-card reading, overcoming the mind-constructed obstacles reading, multiple card reading, and then transformational practice readings, variation on Buddha Dhamma Oracle readings, and then it goes into the cards. And they're all coded too in the pages, so that would be good as well for organizational purposes. Oh, and it looks like the 12 cards in each section are color-coded to match the guidebook. Awesome! I'm so excited. Okay. So they all have different backs here. And then on the other side is the lesson. Okay. Let's talk cardstock. It is a high gloss. We have the gold edging. It's hard to see. There we go. The gold edging there. Cardstock is flexible, not too thick. It's on the thinner side, but it's going to hold up to shuffling because we have that coating. I'm not worried about the cardstock. Very pliable, but it snaps back. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll go through the artwork on the back. I'll flip over and read what the title of it is, and then we'll shuffle, we'll pull a card and read from the guidebook. Alrighty. Pleasure and pain. Gain and loss. And they are numbered, which is fantastic. Praise and blame. Fame and disrepute. I love the kaleidoscope art style here. Sensory desires. Ill will, aversion. Idly mind. Restless mind. Doubting mind. Angry mind. Wanting mind. Delusional mind. Okay, the next section is yellow or gold. Ignorant mind. Colors are so bright. Unconscious choice. Mental fabrication. Conceptual mind. Graspy mind. Shallow mind. This one's more like a mandala. I like that. Reactive emotion. Craving mind. Compulsive feeling. Self-fulfilling mind. Autopilot mind. Self-flagellation mind. Oh, that's really cool. Aging. We're now in the blue section. Sickness. Death. Seeker. Buddha. Dhamma. Sangha. Sangha. Forgive me. Do no harm. Do not steal. No sensuous misconduct. No false speech. And clouded mind. All right. Well, let's see how these shuffle. I'm sure you don't necessarily have to shuffle them to use them. You can use them in sections. Yeah, I don't have an issue with how they shuffle. Ooh, that was my fault. Now I bent the card. There we go. And this way feels good too. All right, can we get a card to read, please? All right, the yellow section, self-flagellation mind. You yourself are your own obstacle. Rise above yourself. From Hafiz. Your mind is never a good place to locate the self that you think you have lost touch with. This inner judgment can be as unrelenting and painfully convincing as authoritative truths. All right, in the guidebook, your mind is never a good place to locate the self that you think you have lost touch with. This inner judgment can be as unrelenting and painfully convincing as your authoritative truths. The self-preserving part of your mind is often the most judgmental of your work, character, relationships, friends, and so on. If you are unaware that the self-imposing authority is taking over, you can easily feel that you are forever not good enough, that other people around you can never measure up to the high standard either. This false authority likes to find faults. The more you fall into the trap of the inner critic, the more you will seek external approval for your work and character. Never take ownership of the mental anguish caused by the inner critic. Remember that blaming yourself or others will not work either. It takes discipline to initiate an inward journey to the boundless compassion of your heart and befriend who you are and who you are not. Self-compassion is medicine to the inner critic and will bring you back to the ultimate truth of who you are. Then we have a reflection. What happens if the conditional truths of who you are mind-made? How will you rewrite the story to reveal the person you can fall in love with? And then there's an action. Decide what your action plan to realize the person your heart is longing to become would be if there was nothing wrong with you. Wow. So if you are on a healing journey, this is definitely a deck to look at. If you're interested in the teachings here, definitely a gentle deck, but like tell it like it is deck as well. I think there's something really interesting in here to kind of put the pieces together. Like I said, you can use each section separately if you are focusing on a specific issue, problem. I'm definitely excited to get to know this a lot better. I think there's something in here for everyone. I love the artwork. It's beautiful. No two kaleidoscope pictures are the same. And I feel like it's something that you can definitely take and meditate on. So if you just pulled this card, it's something that you can focus on to meditate on the teachings and reflect upon. So I think that's really awesome to see too. I love the organization of this as well. So you know exactly what card, when you pull it, what section it's going to be about. I definitely am going to have to work with this a lot more to see what I can glean from it. But I definitely think that if you are on a healing journey and need like some gentle advice or gentle direction with a little bit of like, directness to it, this might be the deck for you. So I know this has been out for a little bit. If you own this deck, is it something that you enjoy? Is this something that you're familiar with? What are your thoughts in general of this deck? Are you excited about it? Are you intrigued? Is it something that you're going to pass on? What are your thoughts? I would love to know in the comment section. Thank you so much to Rockpool for sending this my way. I'm excited to get to know it further. And thank you all for for hanging out with me today. I love you and I like you. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.